God, Ma, don't put the kettle on. You'll miss some exciting poker as the 12 best poker players from around the globe take to the felt. Welcome to the PartyPoker.com Premier League Poker. I'm Jesse May, joined by the one, the only, the devilfish, Dave Olliott.
Good evening, Jess.
Hi, Dave. Now, behind the scenes, it's been a lot of fun, but the big story has been you and Phil Hellmuth. You guys are going at it.
You know, Phil goes all over the world and he puts himself on that pedestal and he'll get, you know, to get shot at, and he loves it, you know. I mean, wherever he goes, people have a go at Phil, you know, and he's used to it. Actually, it's like water off a duck's back with Phil, you know. I mean, and he knows, I mean, listen, he's a great player, but he knows he's running good. You know, I mean, in fact, I think he spent like the first 2 weeks of his life on a charm bracelet. You know? And on the other side of the coin, me, if I was one of Angela Jolene's triplets, I'd be the one on the bottle, baby.
Well, right now, Hellmuth is running away with it. Let's see how things stand on the league table. 9 matches played, and of course, this red zone. These 4 players going straight through to the final table at this juncture. Scharf and Corin with the game in hand, but Helpy and Hellmuth appear safe right now. Although Corin, disappointing result. Not for Ian Fraser, though, in this zone. 4 players going into the playoffs for those 2 seats at the final. And the win for Fraser, putting him up into joint 5th. 2 seconds in a row for Gerasimov have vaulted him to joint 6th as well. Disappointing day for Devilfish maybe, but mathematically still involved. He needs a win, though, and Roland the Wolf, big disappointment. The others have a game in hand, and his Premier League could be over. Coming up in tonight's show, Tony G needs 10 points for a playoff place. At least 4th tonight will keep his Premier League dreams alive.
First to second's a must, so it's a do or die battle today.
Gotta ask yourself, do you feel lucky?
The Cowboy needs to lasso himself back into contention and ride out of here with points.
I'm just riding steady, you know, right there, and hopefully my horse will just give it some kick around the back turn and down the home stretch.
And Phil Hellmuth, in his last league match, has taken this event by storm.
Winning 4 was pretty spectacular. And if I could win 5 out of 6, that's amazing, but still, it's like a golfer, it's like Tiger or Jack. And they've hit a great shot on a massive par 5 and another great shot to 5 feet. You still have to knock in the putt. So all this effort's been great, but I still have to knock in the putt.
This match ready to rumble. League fixture of the Premier League Poker. And a little bit of desperation could be around that table. The big question, though, can Phil Hellmuth make it 5 wins from 6 tries? He's got 32 points already, and he's guaranteed, Devilfish, to be chip leader at the final table.
That's correct. He's already got a bye. He's through. Unfortunately, there's a lot of desperation in the commentary box, Jess, too. I've actually got a root for Phil here because obviously I want Phil to win. I've got a chance of sneaking in there.
Every player starting with 100,000 in chips. Yellows are 1, blues are 2, reds are 5. And 600,000 on the table.
You are talking down.
Everybody would race with the deuces. But I'm in super tight mode.
Raise to 7,000 total.
Liz Lou raised it with the 5s. I don't know how many conversations are going on here. But,
Uh-oh. Kenny James with the ladies.
He's announced call from the small blind. This is trappy, isn't it? He's trying to get Liz to hang herself.
Well, I mean, I think the only way she's going to lose any chips, the only way she's going to get any chips in is if she manages to flop the case 5. It'd have probably been better raising there.
It would have been better re-raising a little bit.
Yeah.
If it comes an ace or king, she might be able to take it off him.
Well, that's look at this flopper. This is the only. This is apart from flopping a 5. This is about your next best better. Up and down straight draw. You know, if he raises the issue, you could move all in here. And I think he's going to raise for definite.
Raise to 35,000.
Liz could move all in here. She's got to think that if he's got another pair here, she's got at least 10 cards to catch, right, Jess?
Yeah.
So this is a perfect spot to do a move. And if she moves all in, Kenna might have to fall in queens. They might think she's flopped a set or aces or kings. There you
That's
go.
what she's done. She's also got 15 points. That might be why she's willing to gamble here. And KJ in a situation, Devil, where if he's beat right now and gets knocked out,
yeah,
he's gone. He's out of the Premier League.
Well, yeah, exactly right. I mean, there's a lot more around. You know, I mean, this is an even thing. I mean, she could have tens or jacks or or aces or kings. Oh, he's flopped a set. He don't like any of them. He's going to throw this away, I think.
Dodge bullets. Dodge bullets. Dodge bullets. She may well have jacks or tens.
That's not a head. That's a head, that, huh?
Nice hand, baby.
Everybody thinks it's a head, right?
Everybody thinks, but I can dodge bullets just as good as you, baby.
If she has jacks or tens and you just said that, she's gonna look pretty bad on
That's
television.
all right.
But I give you credit.
Hey.
If she had queens or if she had that hand beat, you can dodge bullets, my friend. However, if it's the other way, it's gonna look pretty bad.
I wouldn't be able to dodge it.
Actually, that would be a good endorsement.
You know, the funny thing is, I mean, Phil only had his his dinner like about 20 minutes ago, and now he's screaming for food. You know, it's like a baby, with his rattle. And there's nothing looks worse than people eating on TV, actually.
Cool.
Sixes have moved to Kenna James, and he's limping in. I think it's just a style preference. Andy raised with him up front, and Kenna's calling.
Yeah, well, I don't like calling with him. It's better to raise and win the pot. Phil might raise here.
And if Kenna had raised
69.
69.
69, that's not a bad number, baby.
69 on this hand.
Or 66, I'm sorry.
Clickety-click, 66. Yeah, that's where we get our kicks, baby. He's just going to call you. There you go. Yeah.
He had a long think about it, and
Okay, friends check. I've got 2 friends from America, from Highway 66 or Route 66.
I don't think. I doubt there's going to be much checking from here on out.
I guess that's a nice flop for Tony G. Up and down straight
Yeah,
draw.
and also, I mean, nobody's got an ace, so you can just take this pot now. Boom.
Kenna's having a real deep think about this. His sixes are good, but how can he figure it out? I guess he can beat any draw, Dave.
I can't see how Tony's going to get any action here. Phil's going to fold. He's going to think for about 50 minutes. I hope Phil's putting the shares in that on.
Wow.
I hope he ain't going to put his head in his arm. Well, that's at least we got rid of that haircut anyway. You know, if Phil doesn't move here, Tony will move in, I think. I really think he'll move in here with the up and down straight, Tony.
Tony's just sick of it, isn't he?
I just...
Phil must have picked something up, but he has to have a read on Tony G.
What? Well, Tony, Tony might move all in here. Watch.
All right,
Come on.
I'm all in.
I told you, baby. The fish
Called
goes
it,
off.
Devilfish. Tony G's drawing the line against Phil Hellman.
Hey.
Good play. I think you got me here.
Look at Phil
I
now.
can call you.
Put the hat back on again. Look at the air bite.
It's interesting. I mean, if you look at the percentages, Tony G's actually a favorite here, but it's dead 50-50.
I didn't think of the 6-8 of diamonds. That's probably what you have.
No, yeah. No, yeah.
Should have just called it.
You should have just folded. You didn't have anything,
Made a mistake,
bro.
Fishy. I should have just called it.
Call with
Think
what?
of the 7-9 of diamonds.
What could he have called with it, Jeff? What was he going to call with?
Nice hand.
He should have just threw it away. I mean, don't get Tony G chips. He's on the bottom, Tony. I'm safe, right?
Now we're playing the game.
Yeah.
Now I can see that there's going to be.
See,
some
now
big
we're going.
pots.
Now we're going. Now we've got some talking going on now. Phil's lost the pot.
We are giving you the chance to win a trip for two, including flights and accommodation to Europe's gambling capital, Monte Carlo. To enter, just answer the following question correctly. Which of the following is the highest ranking hand? A, 2 pairs, B, a flush, C, a straight. To enter, go to www.channel4.com.